Hey, how's it going? Want to do a video on how to secure the legs onto the bottom of your IKEA cabinet or how to fix the feet that IKEA provides you. So a little context here, we're looking at the bottom of an IKEA cabinet base. So this is a lower cabinet. These are all the drawers that would normally be in there. You're looking at the top is on the floor, the bottom is up where we can work on it. So we're looking on the lower of the lower. So the feet that they sell you are these things, these plastic things. And the idea here, let me show you. The idea is it's got these little pegs, dowels, and there's these nice dowels right on the cabinet. You push the two together, you put the whole thing together, and supposedly it would work great, and you'd walk away after like 10 seconds of work. The one major Achilles heel to this thing is the connection between this plate and the foot itself. If you look, all it takes is a little bit of force and you can push this lower plate right out. And trust me, when you're doing it in the real world, that happens a lot. They're just garbage. I mean, this design is just crap. So anyhow, what I was looking at as I was at the store, I saw these things. They're called Capta, and the part number is 602-63574. And these things are so much more substantial. They're alumina or maybe stainless steel even. They've got this this plate that's steel, and it's got a actual post on it that's welded, and then it runs on this little thread, and it just looked so much better quality than this plastic thing. But I discovered one flaw with my plan. When you go home and you're going to use these kick plates, so these are the IKEA kick plates, the diameter of these particular feet won't allow the kick plate to secure properly to your Capta leg. So I said, well, how can I fix that? So I thought about it for a little bit, and then I realized if you take off the cap, so let's take the cap off this thing, and you unthread it, you end up with this barrel. And this barrel is what's designed to fit perfectly inside of this kick plate piece. So this barrel fits just perfectly in there. And I wanted to see, could I attach this to here? So what I did is I popped off the leg, and it pops off just like a cork out of a wine bottle. And then you have this little cylinder with the threaded piece. What you can do is, watch this. As you push this down, it fits over top of the cylinder. And then when you get down here, I'm gonna come in close so you can watch this. You see that? It fits absolutely perfectly on the threaded piece. The only issue I had was this still has a little play up here at the top because this little tube is not secured. So what I did is I just got a little 2-part epoxy and I just filled in around that tube. And you can see here, I kind of put the epoxy on and then filled it in. And now this is joined together. So we turn this into the Capta foot with this plastic collar around it. Then you just push the little cap back on, and now you've got a Capta foot that will fit on your post. You thread this down, and it will not break. It will not tip over. So you've got this great system now that's secure. So when you go to attach the legs to the IKEA kick plate system, everything fits perfectly and nothing is going to break apart. This is welded and strong and high quality. One thing I wanted to show you real quick on these guys, so let me pull this off for a second, is when I put my kick plate in, I like to have it enough underneath the cabinet that you will not see the gap that's going to form at the top, because obviously the floor is not going to be perfectly level, so there's going to be a little bit of difference on the height. So you need to make sure that you put your feet far enough under the cabinet that you can't see this gap that forms at the bottom. When I install it, I've done it upside down. One side has this little squeegee piece, if you can see that. The other side does not have the squeegee piece. So I install the piece that is not the squeegee towards the floor, because otherwise it looks like you messed up and there's a gap. So I put the squeegee up so it's not touching the floor. Then I'll put these under. They won't fit in these little dowel pegs. You have to actually screw them in the way you want to screw them in, like ordinary, feet. Make sure you use the same screws that came in the box, because you do not want to screw through and have the screws showing on the underside. So the screws they sell you are the correct length. And then I've been going with, let me roll this up so you can see where I'm at. I've been going with about 4.5 inches, I think. Let me take this one off so you can see it. Oh, that's enough. I'll bring it up that much. So if you look here, I'm at 4 3/4 from where the post is to the edge of my cabinet. And then what I do is I use that on the sides also. I go 4 3/4 on the sides. In metric for Canada and other countries, well, the rest of the world, I should say, other than America, that is a little bit over 9, it's like 92 millimeters. So that is what I do. I just offset those. I do it on the sides because the same issue, if you put these too close to the edge, you're going to be able to see the gap on the side when you're looking at it. Unless you just happen to be exactly 4.5 inches on all sides. But that almost never works out that way. The other thing I wanted to show you while I'm doing this is I do not install these little wall supports. When I'm putting this cabinet in, I only want it to anchor 2 places. At the wall, where it's on the rail, and then at the feet. That means as I adjust my feet up and down, I am pitching the entire cabinet up and down, and I don't want this to touch the wall. I actually only want 2 places that we're touching the wall, or 2 places. I want to touch the wall there, and I want to adjust the height right there. So I hope that helps. I'll show you how it works in practice, but that's how we use the Capta feet, these, to replace these plastic abominations. All right, I hope that helps somebody out. Good luck, and good luck on hope your cabinets work out well.